Hi, so today's video is going to be really exciting. I have 6 blushes from my collection that I think would be absolutely perfect for summer, and I'm gonna try them all out today. I just love blush. Blush is my favorite makeup category, so I'm so excited for this video and I'm so excited to put all of these blushes on my cheeks. If I sound a bit off, I have really bad allergies and it's also 40 degrees outside, so my AC is turned on and I'm really sorry if you can hear that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It means so much to me, and now let's get into it. I chose 6 blushes that just scream summer to me. I have a lot more that I'm going to be wearing throughout the summer, and you can wear any blush shade no matter the season, but when I look at these blushes, they just scream summer to me. So I picked 6 that screamed summer to me the most. So I have 4 creams and 2 powders, and let's finally get into it. And I don't have 6 blush brushes, so I'm gonna try and clean my brushes between each blush application. So I'm gonna start with creams. The first blush that I have, and this is probably my favorite cream one, is this Melt Cosmetics Cream Blushlight in the shade Lynx. This is just the perfect blush for summer in my opinion. It is this beautiful, beautiful bronzy shade. And it has like shimmer throughout it. It looks just so beautiful on the skin. I mean, just look at that shade. This just screams summer to me, and it's perfect for that new latte makeup trend. It is just such a perfect bronzy blush for summer. Let me put it on. I'm going to use my Rose Ink blush brush. I just love this blush so much. It's definitely one of my favorite blushes in my collection. I don't have any highlighter on, so you can see if the blush adds any glow. I mean, just look how pretty that looks. It acts as a highlighter as well. It adds just such a nice glow to the skin. I think that is so pretty. I'm gonna use all blushes on both sides because I feel like you can't really tell what the blush looks like if I have one shade on this side and another shade on this side. So I'm just gonna use them all on both of my cheeks. Okay, I applied a bit too much here, but that's okay. These blend so beautifully. Now Melt has quite a few shades of these. I have 4, but this one is definitely my favorite one. That is such a perfect... Someone is texting me? Anyways, it is such a perfect summery bronzy blush. It is so perfect for the latte. I never know how to say that word, but you know what I mean. It is so perfect for that trend. Now I did over apply a bit so you can see the color better. But I mean, isn't that so beautiful? Just look at that glow. It does not look glittery or texture enhancing at all. It is just so beautiful on the skin. This is definitely one of my favorite blushes in general, but for the summertime, this is literally perfection. Okay, I just reapplied my foundation and bronzer, and now we can move on to the second blush. So the second cream blush is this Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out cream blush in the shade Strawberry Drip. Now this one I tried out not that long ago, I think maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. But when I look at the shades, it just screams summer to me. So this is the shade Strawberry Drip. Usually when I think of summer blush, I think of bronzy sunburned tones, but this pink just screams summer to me. It's such a beautiful, warm, vibrant, kind of like a watermelon pink, I would say. It is such a perfect summer shade in my opinion. I'm going to use the same Rose Ink blush brush. Now obviously I love the formula of all of these blushes. They would not be in today's video if I didn't like the way they performed. This is more about the shades. I mean, just look at this. This just screams summer. This is such a perfect pink shade. I feel like pink shades feel more springy to me, but this one feels summery. Literally the perfect pink for summer. Now I like to use blush on my nose no matter the season, but I think it's summer it is especially flattering because it just gives you that sunburned effect. I'm gonna add a bit more. Okay, that is literally so cute. Now, would this even be a valid video without a beauty blush? I don't think so. So, I choose the shade Joy because this just is the most perfect blush, summery blush shade for me. Now, this is not a shade I would usually wear like ever, but I'm trying to use it now that summer a bit more. It's just a very warm, well, it's almost an orange blush. And I just don't think that looks really flattering on me, but I am trying to use it a bit more now that it's summer because I think it's the most perfect summer shade. It just looks like you got kissed by the sun. It is the most beautiful, beautiful summery shade ever. And I'm just gonna use the same Rosy blush brush. Now this shade is very pigmented, a lot more pigmented than all the other shades, so just be really careful because it can look crazy if you apply way too much. I mean, if that is not summer, I don't know what is. That is so pretty. Again, not a shade I would usually wear. I love mauve blushes. I just think that shade flatters me the most, and I just love a mauve color, but realistically, mauve is not really a summery shade. So I don't put any mauve blushes in here, even though I really wanted to. And even though I wear them quite a lot, even in the summer, it's just not a very summery shade. But this one definitely is. Did I say the name? It's called Joy. And this shade literally brings me joy, even though I don't think it's the most flattering on me, even though it's not the shade I would reach for like every day. It just brings me so much joy because it's such a vibrant, beautiful, summery shade. I honestly think this is enough. If I put any more on, it's gonna look a bit crazy. And now the last cream blush is this Rose Ink lip and cheek color in the shade Foxglove. This one is going to give you that beautiful sunburn effect that I was talking about. This is, to me, the perfect shade to achieve that. These blushes are just so special to me because of the packaging as well, but I love the shade range. I love the shade range that I have. I have 3 shades and I love them all, but this one is the most perfect one for summer. It's just gonna give you that beautiful sun-kissed sunburned effect, and I love that. So let's put it on. We're gonna be using the same Rose Ink blush brush. That was a bit much maybe. Let's see. This is just such a unique formula, I would say, in my collection. It feels really moussey to the touch. It's unlike anything else I have in my collection. It is just very unique. kind of similar to Rare Beauty Joy. This one is just a bit less orangey and a bit more sunburnt, I guess, a bit more reddish. Well, this is pretty much the color I would turn if I'd burn. It's just the perfect sunburnt blush. Now with these shades, I like to kind of connect it to my nose, so it literally looks sunburned. Because when you get sunburned, you pretty much burn like that whole area. I think that is really cute. Obviously, when it's done with a blush, but when you actually get burned, that is not fun. But this is really fun. And now for powder blushes, I have two. The first one is maybe not that summery, but it's the one I discovered a few weeks ago and I have been obsessed. It's this Dior, the Viral Dior blush, the Rosy Glow blush. Mine is in the Viral shade pink. Now I would say that this is more of a spring blush, but I think that this looks so beautiful in the summer as well. I have been reaching for this one a lot in the past few weeks. This is pretty much the only blush I have been using because I think it looks so beautiful in this summery time. I don't know, this shade could potentially be a bit more of a spring shade, but I had to include it because I do wear it quite a lot and I do think it's really cute for summer. I'm gonna use my ColourPop F32 brush for my powder blushes. I really want to get the shade Rosewood. I think that that would be the perfect sunburned, sun-kissed shade for summer, but it's not available here or anywhere near me, so I'm gonna have to wait a bit longer, but I really want to get that shade. So let's put Rosy on the cheeks. I have the old formula and I really like it because I feel like it's not too pigmented, so you're not gonna get you're not gonna go overboard too easily. I mean, this is definitely gonna be my spring blush as well, but I don't know, there's just something about it that I love for this season. Okay, that went a bit overboard. I'm just gonna press it in with my beauty sponge. But I don't know, I think that this looks just so pretty and it's really easy to use. It's what, like I said, it's what I've been using the most these days. I just think it's so flattering on the skin. I think it's really good for summer, even though it's maybe not the most summery shade ever, but I think it is really, really cute. The last blush is kind of, well, I don't know, they're all my favorite, but this one is very unique and this one is maybe the most summery one out of them all. It's this VIEVE Sunset blush in the shade Piazza. Now it looks very dark and very scary in the pan, but on my skin tone it gives me a very, again, sun-kissed look. Now these are very pigmented and I'm very pale, so I do have to be careful, but as long as I'm careful, it gives me the most beautiful, I feel like I keep saying that with every blush, the most beautiful sun-kissed look ever, but it really does. It just gives you the most beautiful sun-kissed look ever. It really does. It is such a unique shade. It is very unique in my collection. I don't own a blush shade like this. It is very special and very unique in my collection, which I love. I like to apply this because I'm very pale. I like to put some on my brush and then it is very pigmented, as you can see, and I like to remove pretty much most of it in the palm of my hand, kind of like that, and then I start building it very slowly. This is again, I would say, that very sunburned shade, very similar to Rose Ink Foxglove. But obviously this one is a powder. I brought this one on vacation with me, and I think this one is the one I use the most because I don't know. I think it's really flattering in the summertime. One thing of that is so pretty. I'm also kind of going to connect it to my nose since it is a bit more of a sunburned shade. Now it looks a bit crazy on the camera, but in real life it looks really beautiful. I really love this one. And even though it's really pigmented, it's really scary in the pan, it blends into the skin really beautifully and it just kind of becomes one with the skin. These are really nice blushes, and yeah, I really like this one. I didn't swatch this one. Let me just swatch it quickly. I completely forgot. I didn't swatch the Dior one either. I'm gonna do it after this. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty different from all the other blushes, but it does give that very beautiful sunburn effect. I didn't swatch the Rose Ink one either. Okay, I'm gonna swatch them now. Okay, let me swatch Foxglove and Rosy from Dior because I completely forgot. I'm gonna do Foxglove first. I'm gonna swatch it here. That wasn't a very good swatch. And Dior Rosy. This one does not swatch the best, but let's give it a go. Yeah, it just swatches very poorly. But yeah, as you can see, I feel like the blushes that I chose are all very different, but all just so perfect for summer. This is Strawberry Drip from Fenty Beauty. I feel like this one is definitely the most vibrant one, and it just screams summer to me. This one is Lynx from Melt Cosmetics. This one is definitely the most subtle one, but it gives the most beautiful glow and just, I don't know, this one is probably my favorite one. I just love it in the summertime. Then we have Joy from Rare Beauty, which I would say is the one I use the least, but I'm definitely going to try and use it a bit more. Then we have Piazza from VIEVE, the one that I'm having right now. This one is probably my second favorite. It's just such a beautiful sunburned shade. This one is Foxglove from Rose Ink. I don't use this one that much either, and I definitely should, so I'm going to put it on my desk so I can remember to use it a bit more. And this is Rosy from Dior, which is very different from everything else. It's a very pink blush. But yeah, I love all of them, but like I said, I think I use Lynx and Piazza the most, and Rosy. But Rosy is a newer blush to me. I had these two for quite some time, and Rosy I only tried like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, lately I've been using Rosy the most, but before that I used Lynx and Piazza the most. But I love them all so much. I mean, just look at this color scheme. It just screams summer to me. That is so beautiful. Okay, so this was so fun to me. I just love blushes. I love talking about blushes. I love watching things about blushes. I love trying out blushes. I just love blushes. So this was such a fun video for me. I'm really happy I got to put all of these blushes on my face, and I think they all looked so good. I'm just obsessed with these blushes, and I really hope you enjoyed as well. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. And if I So I'm gonna now I'm not ranking. It's been